My name is Lori Bassart, and this is my son Corey. Corey is 30 years old now, and he is autistic. I want to talk to you today about a very effective technique that I use to manage Corey's behaviors. Corey has a long history of tantrums and aggression, but he is not on medication. He never has been. I've always used behavioral techniques to manage his behaviors. The specific technique that I use to manage Corey's tantrums is a table drill. And the specific table drill that I use is a matching categories drill. This is a very simple drill, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. First of all, I made the curriculum for this drill myself, and what I did was I took some recipe cards and I pasted some pictures on them. So you can see this is very high-tech stuff. I have 12 different categories altogether, and I have about 12 to 15 cards in each category. My Corey functions at about like a 2 or 3 year old level, and so I have made my categories very dissimilar to keep the drill very easy for Corey. And I'll show you some of my categories I have here. I have a category of toys. Here's a category of dogs. I have a category of flowers. Here's a category of watches. So you can see all my categories are pretty dissimilar. Now, if you have a higher functioning autistic child and you want to make the drill a little bit more challenging for them, that's fine. You can just make your categories more similar. You could have 12 different categories of animals, for example. But keep in mind, the point of this drill is not to teach your child new information. The point of this drill is to get your child to calm down. You need to make enough cards to make the drill last about 20 minutes. For some reason, it just seems like with Corey, 20 minutes is kind of like the magical amount of time that he needs to calm down completely. And I think 20 minutes is kind of a good rule of thumb. One reason that I'm really partial to a categories drill is this drill very naturally capitalizes on the fact that autistic children are ritualistic and obsessive compulsive. When I lay out these cards for Corey, he can't wait to start fixing all the cards. And not only does he categorize all these cards correctly with no mistakes, he also very meticulously straightens the stack of cards perfectly neat and tidy. Well, all this categorizing the cards and fixing the cards neat and tidy takes time. And what begins to happen is this drill kind of redirects Corey's angry thoughts in his mind, and it's kind of like his ritualistic thoughts take over his angry thoughts, and he kind of moves into this ritualistic zone. To prepare your child to be able to do this drill while they are agitated and threatening to have a tantrum, you need to practice it a few times while they're calm first, just to make sure that, that they know how to do this drill. Okay. Mr. Corey and I are going to demonstrate how we do this drill. The first thing I do is I lay out 12 paper plates, and then I lay one card from each category on each paper plate. I have a box of cards here, and these cards are already mixed up and random. And then I'm going to sit down and do the drill. I'm going to be monitoring Corey throughout this drill, and I'm going to especially be observing Corey's face. And I'm going to be kind of watching for signs that he is either calming down or staying agitated. But honestly, like 99% of the time, this drill works to calm Corey down. Another reason that I'm really partial to doing this type of drill is it is a less intrusive consequence than a timeout. And this drill is very effective at calming Corey's tantrums, but it's not so punitive that I feel like I'm being a big meanie when I do this drill. And because it's not that punitive, I do not hesitate to use it. If I see a hint of a tantrum, I stop whatever I'm doing, I grab the cards, I tell Corey, come and sit down, you have to do a drill until you calm down. We do the drill, 20 minutes later, tantrum gone. At the same time, this drill is still a consequence. And it's a tough enough consequence that I don't feel that I'm requiring him to turn his behavior around, and I'm requiring him to change his behavior. So I don't feel like I've gone too soft on him either. I'm going to make just a few more points about this drill. It's important that you intervene early. Don't wait until the tantrum is a 9.9 on the Richter scale. And I'm going to go back to a point I was alluding to just a minute ago. When it's time to do an intervention, it's time to do an intervention. And it's important that you stop whatever you're doing and confront the tantrum. Your child will have tantrums at times when it's inconvenient. You know, you're trying to rush out the door and go to the doctor's appointment or something, and that's the time your child chooses to have a tantrum.
Totally.
But it's been my experience with Corey that tantrums do not go away, they do not get better, they only get worse. You have to stop whatever you're doing and confront the tantrum. When it's time for an intervention, it's time for an intervention. There are no shortcuts. Let's just fast forward for just a minute. Let's say you've done an intervention and you've done a 20-minute categories drill and it's been a big success. Your child is completely calm. The next thing you do is you praise your child and you say, good job, good job, good job. You calmed down nicely and I like it a lot. Good job of calming down. And you praise your child. Now, there's just one more thing you gotta do. After you've dismissed your child from the table, you gotta take about 5 minutes to pick up all your cards again, mix them all up, make them random, put them back in the box, keep the box handy for the next time you might need to use them. I have been using this categories drill successfully for Corey's tantrums for years. We started doing this drill back when Corey was in high school.
Flowers.
It has saved me time and time again, and it's turned many a day around for Mr. Corey. You know, I think you kind of learn how to become a parent from your own parents. I had wonderful parents. But they did not prepare me for Corey. I had to have a lot of special training and a lot of special help. The two psychologists that trained me in this type of therapy were Dr. Mitch Taubman and Dr. Ron Leaf, and they helped me for almost 8 years. They have co-authored a book that goes into a lot more detail on this type of therapy than I've been able to go into just by doing this training video. And I want to make that resource available for you. If you are interested in purchasing that resource, you can just click on the link below. They have another associate named Dr. John McCacken. And he has written a book that has a curriculum that goes along with it. And it also goes into a lot more detail on this type of therapy than I've been able to go into just by doing this training video. And so I'm going to make that resource available for you as well. Anyway, I want to thank you for visiting my website, Parenting Solutions for Autism. And thank you for watching our video. Mr. Corey, can you say bye, see ya? Thank you.